to talk about a topic called urgent crisis solution. What is called an urgent crisis? It is happened when your opponent put some units, put some forces, and make them appear in something in somewhere you are never really expected, and it did gain some advantage due to doing that. But thing is, you have to keep in mind, if your opponent do it, it will have a price. For example, his capture pace will be affected. His vehicle his vehicle positions may not be that satisfactory compared to a normal opening. We gathered 3 samples about my matches. This kind of urgent crisis usually happen among 1150 players. It could be called over-aggressive to some extent. Let's have a look at how they perform and how did I handle this kind of situation. Okay. Regular D3 recon, and from here, that is all regular openers, and his recon went very aggressive over there. But it makes sense. It makes sense. It won't be bothered. I got my tank, and he found my recon. This is a really awkward turn because my recon hasn't a smart place to retreat. The only solution towards it is to drive the recon out of my opponent's recon range. I was a little bit surprised by this opener because at the very beginning of the game there appeared already 3 vehicles from his weak side, which could be very rare in this map intelligent system play. And I would like to recommend that a very good method dealing with this kind of this kind of situation is that your tanks, your death ball, you build a lot of tanks and just smash them when they come in range. Yeah, and at this turn my recon died, and my infantry got exposed. And yeah, at this very crucial turn, I have to just retreat. And I was surprised my disc capture wasn't getting interrupted. And at the crucial moment, I know my opponent added lots of forces this side rather than the upper side, which was supposed to be his strong side. And from there, I know I could capture this com tower safely. And then at this turn, he retreated. I think at this crucial turn, he's going to front switch his unit from here to the upper places in order to gain a tempo advantage. Usually, in this kind of gameplay, you could never go very overextended because even in this region, this area was my 2 base and an airport reinforced if I want. I wasn't really expected that he got a lot of vehicles this side and almost no vehicles in the upper side. I was very surprised. Yeah, I saw over there he was throwing his infantry, so I I just killed them all. And yeah, to interrupt this capture with two of my infantries, at the same time capture my com tower safely. And after that, I was very surprised. He got lots of vehicles, almost murdered all of my infantries. And from his upper response, I could tell that his upper side hasn't enough vehicles. His only vehicle is that his recon. So I will have to reinforce, boom, to this side. And I know he loves building battlecopters, so I not only build copters, I also build anti from this secret base, the invisible base. I retreated. I was surprised. At this very turn, he exposed lots of vehicles in range. I was surprised. Let's see how did I yeah how what did I do this turn? I engaged back directly, and I was surprised. I saw copter, but it's fine that I have two copters over there, and I reinforced a battle copter in order to answer his aggressions. Although just copters is very bad, but it is fine. Sorry, not but. It is fine to hit a normal copter, not on roads. It is fine. So yeah, he engaged. I could say blindly, but really blindly. He threw almost everything in range. So superpower aggression and get my anti prepared if he wants to go deeper with the battlecopter. Yeah. I was very surprised as well. He still he still dares to engage this turn. Very brave. But I got everything prepared. So boom. His units disappeared. And I have a helicopter advantage. He hasn't any anti trying to answer my copters. Boom. I was very surprised as well. He still didn't give up aggressions. So, boom. And then I discover his medium tank. Then, fine, I build my medium tank as well. You could see very clearly that what I kept doing in this game is the death ball. You want to death ball into your opponent if your opponent made a very greedy opener. He retreated, he's afraid. Boom. It's fine to lose that copter because I want my superpower to make my medium tank able to reach his medium tank. For this turn, in order to defend his power, I only shifted a little bit. And at the same time, I have lots of infantry to shield my tanks. Seeing from there, his unit count is already very bad. So I was badly surprised this turn because what he did was nothing but piecing off just tanks. He's starting just tank powers. Boom. Game ends. So, in conclusion to this game, I would like to say, if you trying to add force in your weak side in the early game, the very good thing is it will maintain your capture, weak side capture safer. I would like to say safer, not safe. And after the only job for your weak side early aggression is to ensure your weak side capture safe. You could never trying to win doing like that. And in this kind of maps, be vigilant about copters build and keep your antares safe. They're very important. So, yeah. Last but not least, don't forget Death Ball. Death Ball is the only answer to your opponent aggression marching. Right? So this game will end here. Let's then have a look into this match. This match is against Fallen Angel 1207. I know this opponent as well. He is also a player with very aggressive early game, but to some extent that is called throwing. And his performance in this match is fine. Not that aggressive, but you have some. But we should have something to take away. In fact, early game, max D3 recon. I would prefer if he D3 recon, he will boom this side, sitting on contested properties rather than that. That is a waste of time, in fact. A waste of time. Recon, double recon, and a tank from this base. I was surprised. Why not go there? And but he went there. I was surprised, in fact. From here is a very crucial choice because I know how he will play. I know if there is a recon, he will 100% hitting my infantry, so my tank is prepared already here. And sure, this Black Bolt is a block of his recon aggressions. The fact proves that I'm correct. So, boom. Recon disappeared, and at this time, over there, I tried an aggressive capture. I captured this property. I want to see what his response will be to make my next decision. He answered. Then I'm 100% sure there will be vehicles behind, so I'm not going to answer his 8 HP infantry. It makes no sense. And at the downside, I saw his brave recon. And then I could know my upper tank is still safe for one extra turn, and I can start interrupt the captures downside. Not interrupt the capture downside, but kill the recon over there. Yes, kill the recon over there. And then he started capturing over there, and I saw a tank over there, and then I know his downside infantry were not safe. So boom. Undoubtedly, he mm, he answered, but it is often the case that his downside infantry wasn't enough to handle me, and he has only a recon of the vehicle upper side to safeguard his captures. This is also a kind of urgent crisis uh, solutions. My opponent got lots of vehicles without uh, an enough number of infantry covering. So at this time, what I did just dash ball to this side. When it wasn't that urgent, I built battlecopters to this side, or I spare tanks to this side too. When this side I gain enough advantage. So I answered undoubtedly. This turn was a little bit brutal. My anti-air positions is bad. It will be answered by Max tanks, and luckily he hasn't any battlecopters over there, which is very good to me. Which is very good to me. So at this crucial moment, uh, he, he answered back with lots of vehicles, but only 2 infantries left, which is pretty sad. He didn't play like death ball, bad, and yeah, I could guess out that he will battlecopter every day. So yeah, I got this answer prepared. This turn, his upper side infantry also died as well, which is pretty sad. This turn, I know he's going to shift his. I know he's going to build lots of battlecopters. So this turn, a snow to prohibit their moves is also very important. Yeah, and also to prohibit this entire movement. Very brave aggressions. And yeah, he resigned this turn, I think. Yeah, we have to keep in mind that your vehicles always want to fight in the region where you have lots of infantry. In the early game, it is possible for your vehicles from here to there, far away from your infantry coverings, but you have to make sure when is the best time to retreat, especially against commanders like Olaf, this kind of global damage commanders. Um, his opener wasn't very wasn't very wasn't very making wasn't making me very anxious, but I think learning to aggressive needs to take away something from his play. In fact, okay. This match it is a very interesting play. This is a Tokyo something map. This is a very classic that Max could win Olaf in the early game. Very classic. Let's see. Max obligatory day 3 recon. Obligatory day 3 recon. I saw his aggressive recon, and then I stepped back with my first tank coming towards him. I was surprised at at his brave recon. His brave recon was directly inside there and saw my tanks. I thought it was a kind of throwing, and I wasn't expect there's a tank behind. And you could see from my openings, I built a lot of tanks to answer Max recon aggressions. It is very hard for Olaf to build the same amount of recons compared to Max in the early game. Because Olaf's firepower wasn't enough to do this job. Then, boom. I was very surprised, for sure. I was very surprised, for sure. But, the thing is, he exposed this infantry. This infantry is exposed. So, I'm very happy to hit KO his infantry. He wants to capture this property safe, rather than exposing the limited infantries. So he answered back. He built early battle copters, as you could see, for last a few turns. Copter infantry. I don't really recommend copter infantry build, because copter is paper. It's paper without enough tanks or enough anti-airs to shield. The timing for my anti-air is cool. He built the copter, and at the same time I built my anti-air. There I could see his recon went into aggression again. Copter tank. Early copter tank build will lead to sorts of infantries. Emergency aggression, in fact, requires battlecopters, but you don't want to build too much of it, because it will affect your infantry build and your tank build. I don't really recommend that. Then it is pretty sad Max has his both com towers. And sure, I punished his recon. Always a tank. And yes, not bad. And at this crucial moment, I was surprised. Wow, he got his battlecopter. Then what I did this crucial turn is I bought my units again. At the same time, I killed his infantry, killed his throwing infantry. Then, very bad idea, he decided to split his forces, and I think that is a misclick, building nothing. For Max in the early game, Max is the crucial commander that requires death ball badly. Splitting will just weaken Max daily forces, and he started to capture properties from my side. In this kind of game, I think it is also crucial to keep in mind that it is fine your property went uncaptured, but it wasn't fine for your properties be captured by your opponent. So at this crucial turn, I stopped his capture. And I overextended top turn. Not top turn. I overextended from the top in order to force him to answer my capture of the com tower? He answered undoubtedly. And I didn't expect he gathered his force again from here. And of course, I was surprised. Wow, where his units go? Where his units go? I was surprised. Then I was very glad that he let me capture this com tower. And what I did is this turn is that I know he's going to spot my tank and to kill it. Uh, because if he do as I expected, I'm going to activate my superpower. See? So his 1-8 HP in the snow copter cannot answer my 3 copters. So in this crucial turn, I baited him to engage me, and at the same time, I want to pop my superpower. And after the superpower, before the superpower, my unit value, my unit count wasn't very bad due to Mac's early aggressions, which is very good. Uh, this is a pretty embarrassing turn. This is why embarrassing? Because yeah, my artillery took a free shot of his 5 HP tank. And you see, being Max, you still need to prepare enough anti-airs in order to answer the airport this side aggression. Because Max copter in the snow will be very awful to move. If you have an anti-air, it will be way better to answer. I see my build over there. See my build over there. I know how he will perform, how he will build his units. So I even chained my antails. It looks crazy, but it is on the basis that I know him. I know his gameplay. Then he aggression with the power. I at this crucial turn, I get lots of infantry there. So I'm forcing him to use vehicles to answer my infantries. And yeah, he did as I'm expected. So, without doubt, I killed a lot of his units with my copters. And sadly, he has only a 2 HP anti-air, and I would confess he's very brave. He's still trying to engage with not enough anti-airs covering. So undoubtedly, superpower is activated over there. So as you could see, the result of this match is quite obvious. Conclude something from this match is that you want to death ball into your opponent, and you never want to split your forces, especially you are trying this kind of unexpected aggressions. And one more thing is that you want to shift. You want to, no, you want to build your unit smart. You want to build your unit smart, which is also a crucial factor to win this kind of games, this kind of matches. Okay. If you guys have this kind of matches wanted to discuss me, discuss with me, feel free to contact me on Discord, and I will give you deeper analysis of this kind of games.